The single-person economy, as described in Castaway Economics 2, finds that value is held through time in inventories, tools, and skills, things that enable savings in labor, energy, and time in the future. Alex assesses relative values and alternatives not by absolute direct measurement, but by intuition and the impression of relative worth. Money offers neither labor nor time unless there is a separate agent to provide the value in exchange. In this segment, we see that even with two agents in the community, there is still no need for money until something happens to disturb the peace, and that adding the second person creates a new entity, the state. So, building on the single-person economy, we add another person. Say a second individual is washed up on the same seashore as Alex. This new person wants to be known as Bren. In this changed economy, both work a full day according to the daily division found by Alex, while they become accustomed to the new situation. This results in a strict doubling of the community product. For example, instead of 1 hour of time to the spring to collect water, 2 hours are now required. And it does not really matter if Alex does both trips or they each do one trip. Who knows? They could go together and hold hands. It could be fun. As a result, the overall level of comfort and well-being remains unchanged unless the hand-holding results in fireworks. With each doing an equal share of the community tasks, the island economy chugs happily along without any need for money to pay anyone for anything. The origin of the word pay lies in the word for peace. By paying with something of value, we are keeping the peace with another agent. Agents incur obligations with others in the normal course of living, and peace, if disturbed, can be restored by the surrender of something representing equal value to the aggrieved party. When minor disturbances occur, there is no threat to peace, since the agents know and trust each other, and take slight variances from strictly equal shares as part of the give and take of a normal day. So what are some examples where the peace might be disturbed? If Alex or Bren find themselves working because the other is not, then an obligation emerges and the peace is at risk. This implies that there is a duty to work. In the one-up economy, work is a necessity. The second inhabitant makes it a moral duty. Disturbance 1. Illness. If either Alex or Bren are injured in the normal course of events, then temporarily the other has to do double duty. If inventories and tools are in place, then for a short time the stored labor and energy can be expended while the recovery takes place. Unintended injury is an obligation on production that is incurred by the community, not the individual, so the community bears the duty of care as far as resources allow. Disturbance 2. Personal preference. Bren hates collecting firewood since the sandflies can be really bad. Oh dear. As a result, Alex has to do double duty on firewood and either does not mind or does mind, and resentment starts to build. Disturbance 3. More people arrive. When the population grows, it is harder for individuals to know and trust all the fellow residents. People form trust groups among whom forgiveness and confidence is relaxed, but less so when partnerships are unfamiliar. Disturbances may call for an accounting. With the peace in a state of uncertainty, a method of recording favors given and received becomes a useful part of the daily routine. So how will this be recorded on a previously deserted island? Tokens might be stones, shells, a written note, a tally stick, whatever the situation offers that is most suitable. For example, Bren gives Alex a unique token in recognition of having an obligation. Later, Alex may return the token in exchange for a favor of equal value, cancelling the obligation. In the meantime, peace is maintained, provided the debtor honours the token. With an individual possessing a token, they may choose to transfer the benefit to another agent. The issuing party does not suffer any increased obligation if the claim on energy and/or time holds good in the hands of the new agent. An example might be a promissory note which can be transferred freely. The change from a single individual to two or more has additional subtle effects. One of the most important is that it automatically creates a third agent, the state. The state is a created corporation that represents the shared interests of all the individuals. In Castaway Economics 2, it was observed that the use of multiple tools simultaneously can result in multiplicative savings. When people work together towards a common goal, the same effect is observed. Productivity often rises, not linearly, but multiplicatively. For example, in construction there is the idea of a two-man rock. Separately, two people can lift only smaller rocks, but together they can perform much greater feats of lifting. In this way, the application of time and energy produces output that accrues to both parties equally. The state becomes a convenient repository for any product accumulated that cannot be assigned to one individual. The state is also an agent, and an agent with special attributes. One of those attributes, by common consent, is the capacity to issue and collect tokens to act as money. But why would this be of benefit to the community as a whole? This will be examined in Money 2.